Good morning everyone. I am Rajini from DBS IT College, Kavali. My branch is ECE and my subject is electronic measurements and instrumentation, that is belongs to third year second semester. It's coming to the topic Unit 5, that is based on sensors and transducers. Last class I was explained about the AC bridge concept and DC bridge concept. In that I covered what is the balanced bridge condition, what are the measurement of the unknown resistor, capacitor and inductor values, and also we can obtain the frequency values. Here in this unit I have to cover what is transducer, what is the sensor, what are the classification of the transducers, what is the measurement of the displacement. So first I have to consider transducer. What is a transducer? We know that in communication system already in the transmitter part, and here this is the input signal and this is the transmitter, and we are using here channel, and we can take here this is the receiver. So likewise this is the output signal where it is the noise. So here the transmitter we can give the any information or any message through the signal through transmitter. It is through the channel it receives the receiver. Here we can give the, suppose it is the electrical signal. It is the electrical signal. So that electrical signal here it wants to convert it into the energy form. So that energy form, suppose it is the electrical signal into the non-electrical signal. We want to convert into the non-electrical signal. So for that we have to use in here one device. Likewise, when the information is received in this receiver part, this receives in the form of the non-electrical form. But what type of input signal we have to give here? Electrical input signal. But in the same way, we have to get output is in the form of the electrical signal. So that's why we are using here one more device. So for that device we have to convert into the non-electrical into the electrical form. Non-electrical into the electrical form. So that's why we are using here one device, here also one device. So what is these two devices we have to name it here? That is the conversion of from one form into the another form. That is either electrical form or non-electrical form. So here the conversion is in the form of the electrical signal into the non-electrical signal. In the receiver side, the conversion is in the form of the non-electrical signal into the electrical signal. So this conversion we can call as the transducer. So that's why the transducer we can take the conversion from one form into the another form. One form into the another form. So that is based on the sources. Suppose if it is the like loudspeaker. Loudspeaker means the input source is the energy signal. That energy signal convert into the electrical signal, whereas in the receiver side that electrical signal again converted into the energy signal. Then finally you can get the output is in the form of the energy signal. So for that loudspeaker we have to take that. Suppose we can take the speaker or microphone. For microphone it is conversion of electrical into the non-electrical. Again in the receiver part non-electrical into the electrical part. So here the quantity is based on what type of signal we have to give in the input signal. Then what is the input form we have to get same in the output form only. So that is the basic concept of the transducer. So that's why we define the transducer is the measuring of the device. Transducer is the measuring of the device. It is simply defined as conversion from one form into the another form. So that form is able to the that is depends on the input signal. So that is in the electrical quantity into the non-electrical quantity. So here simple notation or representation is input signal, measuring device and the output signal. Here for transducer we are using basically three components. What are the means we are using the three components. So what are the three components? One is the input device, another one is the signal conditioning or processing device, third one is the output device. So what is the input device is, it is the, when we have to measure in the receiver side, it is the non-electrical into quantity. Suppose it is in the transmitter side, electrical quantity into the non-electrical quantity. Electrical to the non-electrical quantity. That is the input device. Next, what is the signal conditioning? It is simply we can say processing device. What is the processing device? For that, suppose we can take in the communication part. So this is the transmitter, this is the modulation, and here we can take, it is the channel, and here we can take demodulation, and another one is the receiver. So this is output and this is the input. Through the channel means it occurs sometimes noise. So here this modulation is transducer. So this demodulation also it is a transducer. So how it was processed here? Well, the input signal we are applying here, it will be modulated in this process. So it transducer here it's having the input signal is the information and process is the modulating. So for the transmitting signal, if it is the low signal, it will having a modulation means it will add here carrier signal and then it will give to the channel through this channel and it is to the demodulation. After adding the carrier signal and the message signal, here demodulation. In the demodulation process again it is having the message and carrier both are divided and the receiver it will be receiving. Finally we can take the output. So likewise we can take the processing. So that process in this we can modulate or we have to take here some filters, low pass filter, high pass filter or band pass filter, whatever it may be. So filters we are using here. So that is the filters. Suppose for this signal we want to amplify here. So that is the amplifier. So this device amplified. So that means for the weak signal it will be amplifying the signal. So that is the amplifying. And attenuate. If the output we have to get the any attenuated process is there, we have to take here instead of that we can attenuate. So likewise we can take in the different ways. So that are the filter, amplify, attenuate, modulate signals. So that is about the processing device. Then finally we can take output device is the results. So this is the transducer, three components. Next, what is the classification of the transducer? So this is the classification of transducer. So the classification of the transducer, we having the different types. What are the active and passive transducer, analog and digital transducer, primary and secondary transducer, transducer and inverse transducer. Next, based on transduction principle. First, active and passive transducer. First one is the active transducer. This active transducer we are using without power supply or without power source. We can take the active transducer. Whereas passive transducer with power source. The active transducer we can take without power source. For that examples we have to take the photovoltaic electromagnetic and solar cells. For the passive transducers, examples, potentiometers and bridges. Okay, so this is the active transducer and the passive transducer. Next, another one is the analog and digital. Analog and digital transducer. So here analog means the output is in the form of the continuous signal, that is in the form of analog form. Whereas digital in the form of the output is in the form of pulses. So that means what? The active transducer, passive transducer. But basically transducer is the conversion of one form to the another form. So that is from conversion of one quantity into the another quantity. That is electrical quantity into the non-electrical quantity. That the active is without power source means that is non-electrical quantity into the electrical quantity. Whereas the passive transducer means with power source means that is electrical quantity into the non-electrical quantity. That is the conversion. For example, this photovoltaic and electromagnetic solar cells. Likewise, we can consider. For passive, we can take potentiometers and bridges. Next, analog and digital transducer. Whereas in the analog transducer, it is the conversion from one form to the analog form. So that is the continuous signal of the output is in the form of the analog form. And digital, that is also conversion from one form into the another form, where the conversion is in the form of the pulses. That means what? If it is in the continuation quantity is there, that is that split into the pulses. That is the digital transducer. Whereas the primary and the secondary transducer, where we can give the conversion from one quantity into the other quantity, that is the primary. So primary transducer. Secondary means the primary input of that is based on the secondary transducer. Next, transducer and inverse transducer. If it is transducer is in the electrical quantity conversion into the non-electrical quantity, for that inverse is non-electrical into the electrical quantity. That is the inverse transducer. Next, based on transduction principle, we having the capacitive transduction principle and electromagnetic transduction principle and potentiometric principle, transduction principle and photovoltaic transduction principle. Next one is the measurement of displacement. So for measurement of displacement, we have to know first what is the introduction, what is the definition, need of measurement, types of displacement. So what is the measurement of displacement? Definition is basically the displacement is a vector quantity. The displacement is a vector quantity. So this vector quantity we can representing a change in position of a body or the point with respect to the reference. So that means this vector representation in the body position, if there any changes are there, that we have to measure. So that is about the displacement. Next, what is the need of the displacement? What is the need of the displacement? So now the need of the displacement means first basically we can take the what is the fundamental quantity, what is the basic sending device is widely adapted with suitable linkage for the measurement of many derived quantities. So what are the many derived quantities means? For example, we can take like force, pressure and or acceleration and velocity. So force means when we are applying the force, if there is applying the any another quantity, that area it will be having any changes, that we have to find out the physical representation, so that we can consider here need of the displacement. So if there is any pressure is there, suppose this pen is there or this pen, we can pressure this pen, it moves from one place to the another place. So that means what? The length will be changes. So that we have to find out. So likewise we can take that one. Next, what are the types of the displacement? The displacement types are we having the types of displacement. Linear displacement, another one is the angular displacement. So the linear displacement we can measure some few microns and few centimeters, whereas angular displacement we can take example runner in a circle. So where we can consider a runner in a circle. So they want to move from starting position to the end of the position. So the displacement, the area will be changes in that circle. So likewise we can take the linear displacement and the angular displacement. That are the types of the displacement. Next, here what are the displacement transducer types? We know about what are the linear and angular. So for that we have to consider for example because of it the quantity we will be considering the pressure, force, acceleration, velocity. How we can consider means we can take the Bourdon tube. So what is Bourdon tube means? It's having some C shape. So likewise. So these are the two edges, two ends. One is the fixed one, another one is the movable. So that is the Bourdon tube. Next, that is connected to the displacement transducer. Then we have to take the electrical signal. So for that, when we can apply any pressure here, it will be effect on these two ends only. So that we can take the displacement. So here displacement transducer we have to take two types. Basically linear and angular, that is different. But how we can consider that it means contact type and another one is the non-contact type. So here what is the contact type? Displacement transducer, contact type, displacement transducer. So that is one resistive transducer and capacitive transducer. Inductive transducer. So here the resistive transducer we have to consider based on the principal pressure. So how we can consider that means simply we can take this table. For individually you can consider here resistor and capacitor, inductive. So for example we can take for resistor potentiometer. So what is the operation of the potentiometric means that is the positioning of the slides by external force. So when we are applying the external force, then the position will be changed. So here it is based on the principle is the pressure. So the principle is based on the pressure only. Why? Because of we having the pressure principle, acceleration, velocity, or force, or gauge, strain gauge, likewise. So that's why one of the example is the based on the pressure principle. So likewise we can take for capacitive transducer. For capacitive transducer, the operation is, suppose we can take the variable capacitor. So the variable capacitor is the distance between the two different parallel plates is varied. So that is also based on the pressure principle. So here three examples we can take based on the pressure principle only. So for that, so this is potentiometric, and for capacitive we can take the variable capacitor, and for inductor we can take the variable inductor. So variable inductor means self or mutual inductance. One is the fixed and another one is the movable. So these are the displacement transducer types: resistive transducer, capacitive transducer, inductive transducer. Next, what about non-contact type? So that it means here no need of the physical quantity. So that's why it will be considered as the non-contact type. So that is ultrasonic displacement, infrared displacement. Thank you very much.